Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. First of all, I welcome everyone in this particular course, which is about academic and research writing. My name is Dr. Rashid Rasul Khan, and I'm working as Associate Professor in the Department of Entomology, University of Agriculture, Faisalabad. My email details are mentioned here, so you can write me anytime. I'll be definitely available to you for each and every question or any assignments regarding this course. Here are some learning outcomes which I have mentioned particularly here because the students, they are keen to learn how can they write and how can they publish their work. So the learning outcomes which I have mentioned here, they are like understand the fundamental principles, structure, and characteristics of academic and research writing. In this particular objective will definitely enable students to understand that what are the principles, fundamental principles of writing, what are different writing research articles, what are their characteristics, how can they write their research work, as well as some academic topics, how can they write, what are their characteristics. Then they will be able to differentiate between academic and research texts and their purposes. For example, essays, proposals, theses, and articles. These are different types of writing materials or writing texts. The students will be able to differentiate between an academic writing, for example, some kinds of reading articles or some kind of book chapters, and ultimately the books as well. Students will be able to learn and distinguish between the academic contexts, academic text, academic articles, as well as the research articles. We'll also teach the students that how can they conduct the literature reviews, because for writing the review articles as well as the research articles, reviewing the previous data, that is very important, because we must know and we should be aware of the previous work which has already been carried out by the past scientists in order to conduct an appropriate route as well as the research with some appropriate objectives. That is most important. If you do not review the previous literature, previous article, then you are unable to compare between the previous or old data as well as the new data which you are going to publish. What are the credible sources which you can search for getting the good published articles? Then how can you apply appropriate writing conventions, citation styles, and academic languages to produce plagiarism-free text? Plagiarism is very important because we have to write the articles which should be plagiarism-free. Plagiarism is actually a kind of text matching as well as some data matching. The already published data or already published materials should not be reflected in your article without citation, without referencing, and without modifying the language. So we will be teaching the students that how can they write well, how can they cite well, and how can they utilize good academic language for expressing their research data and for interpreting their results. Students will be able to develop well-structured academic document, including research proposals and research-based articles using IMRAD format. IMRAD format will be giving you a detailed lecture on IMRAD format. Actually, you know very well, this is a common format which is mostly used in different types of articles. I stands for introduction, M stands for materials and methods, R stands for results, and D stands for discussion. So this format is mainly for research articles and to some extent review articles as well. But review articles, they do not comprise of the results especially. But however, we can compare previous data in the review articles. So we'll be telling you how can you differentiate between these different types of research publications or different types of academic articles. We'll be telling you, and then we'll be also giving you some idea that how can you go through these all types of materials. We'll also engage you in peer review process, and we'll be telling you that how can you perform the review process. First of all, you should know that when you are submitting some research article or a review article, your article will have to go through a robust and stringent type of review process. This is very important because the reviewers, they create some questions, they highlight some mistakes or errors which are present or which may ruin your data sometimes. They can give you some ideas how to overcome your mistakes, and if you have to repeat some experiments, they will guide you. So the review process is very critical, and it is very important because ultimately the article which is going to be published, it should be refined in all respects. It should be refined in its results. It should be refined in terms of its language, composition, formatting, and the discussion, especially interpretation of and discussion of your results. It should be refined in all respects. So these objectives, these are very important. The students, they will be able to learn all these, these outcomes. Here I want to tell you that why I have initiated this course, because at this stage, especially the outgoing students, for example, the BS students who are going to graduate in this semester, they are probably, this is going to be the last semester, for example, the 8th semester students, and then the MS 4th semester students who are going out. This is very important for them to apply for certain for admissions and scholarships in certain universities, either local or abroad. Most of the times when you are pursuing for your postgraduate studies, you are asked for some publications as well as some research proposals. So for that purpose, I have initiated this course that you will be able to publish your data, and you will be able to write some research articles, some extension articles, and then maybe some book chapters. You may write these chapters, and then when you are asked for writing some proposal, research proposal, so we'll give you some concept that you can write some effective and attractive research proposal. I have divided this particular course in week-wise chapters, but frankly, let me tell you that we are not going to stick to this plan, because sometimes, depending upon the availability of time, we'll be conducting these lectures twice a week. Sometimes due to certain, because in the coming month, in the first week of May, I have to go in the field. So maybe I'll not be available in 1 or 2 weeks. So that means we may skip some weeks. That is why the plan is per week we'll be having 1 lecture, but we may skip some week, and we may conduct 2 lectures in a week, or sometimes even 3 lectures in a week. So I want to complete this course in all respects, because the students who will be with us, who will keep with us, they will be able to learn all these learning outcomes, which I have already mentioned. And then these students will also be, we'll be trying to provide you some platforms to contribute with us for, writing some chapters, book chapters, some articles. Will give you this opportunity. And because ultimately you will be doing some assignments as well. So we have, grand objectives for this. We have also, actually, I have also planned to give you some 2 or 3 lectures for presenting for effective presentations, for making some effective and impressive presentations. So we may have some lectures regarding effective communication skills, actually. I hope, inshallah, we'll have. So the first week, we are going to introduce you with the academic and research writing. We'll be telling you what is academic writing, how can you differentiate between academic and non-academic writing, what are the characteristics of an article, formality, what is formality, what is its structure, what is meant by the evidence and arguments. It depends upon the type of article. All these characteristics, they may vary, they go by side by side, and sometimes you have to give importance to certain characteristic and you have to neglect some other characteristic, but not to that extent that it may lose the effectivity. We have to keep the effectivity and attraction towards our readers. Then the key components, what is the thesis statement and what is the argument structure. So, I mean, all these things will be discussing with you, will be telling you, and then we'll discuss with you. And at the end of every lecture, we may have some assignment and quiz session as well, depending upon the availability of time. Then in the second week, we'll be talking about the types of academic writing: essays, reports, reviews, position papers, review papers, extension papers. What are these different kinds of academic writings, or the other research writings? Will be talking about that. So what is their structure and how can we go for that? We'll be discussing with you. In the third week, we'll be talking about the types of research writing. Now, what is the difference between academic writing and research writing? That will be clear to you after attending these 3 lectures. How can we structure the academic papers and research papers as well? Again, the IMRAD format, what is it? How can you arrange, or how can you derive some attractive title? How can you write attractive abstract? What are the different requirements of abstracts by different journals? And what are the keywords? What is their significance? We'll be talking about that. Writing introduction. This will be the first part of IMRAD format. We'll be discussing in detail, but why is it important to understand that you have to write a strong introduction of your topic, actually? What topic you are going to discuss? If the introduction is strong, then you can convince your audience, they will stay with you, and you can give your message, or you can produce your message before the readers. Literature review and critical analysis. As I have told you already, that this literature review is very important, because in this way you are going to correlate your the previous work done by the different researchers with the data, with the results you are going to present in your article. So literature review is very important. I will be discussing in detail that what is the purpose of literature review, how can you synthesize and summarize the review, how can you identify the gaps between the previous research and the research which you have conducted or you are going to present, what databases you require to conduct an appropriate, the review of literature. In the 6th week, we'll be talking about methodologies and academic writing. What methodologies you are going to adopt? How can you, if it is a research article, your experimentation, its layout, the materials you used, the chemicals you used, the equipment you used, the data recording tools you have used, everything you have to mention in your research methodology. So the qualitative research versus quantitative research are the methods we will be discussing in this particular chapter or in this particular session. Data collection tools, how can you collect different types of data. We'll be talking about that, and ethical considerations, that how or what kind of scientific as well as other ethics you have to consider while performing your research and while uh, writing your article. Results and discussion, the actual part which needs a lot of attention by the researcher, because ultimately what you are going to present, that is present in your result and discussion chapter. The experiments you have performed, or if you are reviewing some important topic, that will be mainly discussed in your discussion chapter. Results, the results which you have obtained from your experiments, from your research, they are being presented in the form of tables, I mean in tabulated form or in the form of graphs. You have to present in your results chapter or result section. Some journals, they accept result and the discussion chapter altogether in a single format. Some journals, they require them to be written in under separate headings, like results separately and then discussion separately. So it depends upon the format which is asked by the journal to submit. These particular contents will be discussing in this particular part. Then citation, referencing, and avoiding the plagiarism. We'll be talking about that, paraphrasing and quoting, related to the to writing a plagiarism-free text. That is important. Reference styles. Different journals, they have their own styles for the readers. Some journals, they follow one style, the other one follows another style. If you perform this referencing manually, it requires a hectic job to do so. But if you use these reference management tools, it gives you, no doubt, it takes some time and effort in the beginning. But once you have managed your references in these softwares or tools, Zotero, EndNote, Mendeley, and some other tools are also available, but these are most commonly used tools. If you have managed, or if you can manage your references in these tools, then because you have to change the reference style time by time. Sometimes your research paper or your review paper, it is rejected from one journal and you have to submit it in another journal. So both may have different referencing styles. So you have to convert whole references either in the citation or in the bibliography. You have to convert them as per the format provided by the journal. By using these tools, you can convert these references within minutes. So it is very important to learn these tools and use them effectively. Academic tone, style, and language. How can different journals and different research or academic articles as well. What is the style based on the journal going to submit, or if some book chapter, then you have to change your objectives or your writing style, your presentation style as well. Then writing the abstract and summaries. I have kept this particular chapter or this particular content almost at the end, because mostly when you write your results, discussion, materials and methods, even introduction, everything, when you have completed that, the abstract or summary, you mostly, it is rather, I suggest that it should be written at the end, because once you have done all the active practice, then you know very well that what are your results, how have you discussed, and what is the significance of your research work or review work, and what is its introduction, what is its need, so you can better summarize it at the end. Okay, the abstract is the key point to attract the readers towards your title and abstract. These are the key points which attract your readers towards your article. So these should be catchy and attractive. Preparing the research proposal, that is the next, the writing content which will teach you that what is a research proposal, how can you prepare it, what kind of objectives you have to mention, the rationale, the significance of your research proposal, methodology, timeline, all these contents will be talking in the 11th week. Then the peer review process and final assessment for your article. What is the peer review process? We'll be talking about that. And the writing assignment will be giving you at the end of this course, and you will have to submit that assignment as well. Evaluation, conclusion, and way forward, that will be our last part. At the end of this course, we'll do some evaluation, a kind of friendly evaluation, because this course is not going to, we're not going to give you any kind of certificate. Until now, we have not decided that we are going to give you any kind of certificate for this course. Definitely, we are going to build a relationship with all of you, which we wish to go for a long time, and we want to, attract you to, submit your articles. We want to teach you that you should be able to submit your research proposals to the funding agencies as well as to the different international, national organizations, schools, universities where you want to get your admission. So that is our main purpose. Therefore, we will perform some evaluation at what have you learned at the end of this course. We will conclude, and then we'll give you some way forward for our future collaboration as well as for our future working relationship. So until now, I can see only 24 participants, they have joined this Zoom meeting. But I believe that we have some other friends from abroad as well. So maybe we'll be definitely, I have mentioned in the group as well that we'll divide the participants into different groups where we will, with our local participants, we'll do in-person interaction. But for our participants from abroad, we will keep it online. So with all this, thank you very much. This is the, actually today's lecture, it was a trial basis lecture. We want to see that which app is better for us for online communication. Your feedback, that is very important for us. And if you have any question, any suggestion, you can just raise your hand, and then we'll open your mic and you can communicate with us. From my side, thank you very much. If you have any question, you can raise your hand. Or you can also write in the chat as well. Please, if you have any question, you can raise your hand. We will open your mic, or you can write in the chat if you have any question. Zahir Al-Salmani, my friend, he is also online. Zan, please open Zahir's mic. Sure, Zahir Al-Salmani. Actually, today's lecture, it was just for introduction and communication with each other. I just want to familiarize you, introduce you with today's, the objectives of our course. And now, as I have mentioned, that we are making two groups. For our Omani friends, for our international friends, we are making another group because for our local group, we have many students who are from University of Agriculture, Faisalabad. So our what the chairman, he has asked that maybe we'll be having some physical interaction with them. So to avoid your skip from these students, from these lectures, I want to keep you aligned. I don't want that you may miss any lecture. So I'll be giving you some online lectures. If you will feel comfortable with Zoom, fine. If you will be comfortable with Google Meet, fine. We will be having no problem.
सर प्लीज वो हमने मैसेज किया होगा चैट वो रिप्लाई कर दें।
Yes, we can we get some time schedule? Definitely, we'll be giving you the time schedule. Most importantly, our time will be in late hours. From 3 o'clock onward, because in the morning you will be having your routine classes. So we'll prefer to give you this lecture after 3 o'clock, maybe 3:30 or 4 o'clock, like that. So you have to be with us after, the routine timetable. Okay, some friends are saying Zoom is best, but for our UF students, we'll be meeting physically as well. Okay. Then have I answered all the questions?
Yes sir, it seems to be.
Okay, fine. So anyone, please feel free if you want to ask any question, or we'll be giving you the timetable. I hope, inshallah, in this week. We'll be giving you the timetable. Fine.